prayed for a day like this, didn't we? He delivered.
In the wild we were born.
I had a friend tell me that his father told him about when he was born. It was a very stressful time. There was all these things going on, and then he was born, his first son. And that instant, the world shrunk. The entire universe shrunk to the size of that child.
Oh.
And when I think of Sarah, I had the same experience. And now I have the same experience again, only it's Sarah and Brett. And there were moments, more than one, where whatever was going on in the world, the entire universe just shrunk to the size of Brett and Sarah. And that they're now married. And I have a new son, and we've joined families, and it's just amazing.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, turn.
Will we hold on under pressure? Will we say our love's weathered every twist and turn?
Friends, family, loved ones, welcome. We've come to this stunning location together in the presence of our holy God to celebrate who He's about to join together, Brett and Sarah. We're here to witness this moment that the two of them begin together as one in the covenant of marriage. But before we start, I'm going to take a picture. You guys ready? Everybody, yeah! Dearly beloved, we come here together in the presence of God to witness and bless the joining together of this man and this woman in holy matrimony. The bond and covenant of marriage was established by God in creation, and our Lord Jesus Christ adorned this manner of life by His presence and first miracle at a wedding in Cana of Galilee. It signifies to us the mystery of the union between Christ and His church. And Holy Scripture commands it to be honored among all people. The union of husband and wife in heart, body, and mind is intended by God for their mutual joy, for the help and comfort given one another in prosperity and adversity, and when it is God's will, for the procreation of children and their nurture in the knowledge and love of the Lord. Therefore, marriage is not to be entered into unadvisedly or lightly, but reverently, deliberately, and in accordance with the purposes for which it was instituted by God. Look where your lives have brought you to this very moment. It's an incredible location here on this mountain that had snow on it just 4 days ago. And you're in front of all these loved ones, and you're in front of the Lord to take these vows of marriage. I know this all started at work, right? A work romance. 2017, Brett remembers Sarah coming to talk to the new hires at Allianz, and he said he perked up every time she came in the room. And he said that he thought to himself, the first time he saw her, he said, I'm going to marry that girl someday. She just doesn't know it. He sent that to me. I believe that. He goes on to say in his note, he said he also thought she was out of his league, and he is correct. She is way out of your league. But look where you are, man. You outkicked your coverage. That's what I like to say. Sarah, on the other hand, had been told by a wise person to not fish in the company pond. Or off the company dock, I think is the actual term. But here we are. Brett told me that whenever Sarah wants something for her, done for her, she says, would you ever? And then she says, would you ever get me something to eat? Would you ever give me a back rub? And it usually works. So Brett said when he proposed to Sarah in Hawaii, he was going to be that clever guy and say, would you ever marry me? Well, it turns out that Sarah recalls, actually she doesn't recall a thing, She was so caught up in the moment, she doesn't remember a word, and I don't even think she said yes. She just reached out her hand and wanted that ring on her finger. So, but that dramatic proposal in Hawaii gives us a really good sense of what your favorite things are. One of them is to go to places and travel, to be together, to be in nature, and to love the experience that you have with the beauty around you. This is God's handiwork. It's all over this place. It shows His eternal power. This shows His divine nature. And when we're up here, we just got to let that sink in.
This is everything I have to tell you about love. Nothing. This is everything I've learned about marriage. Nothing. Only that the world out there is complicated, and there are beasts in the night, and delight, and pain, and the only thing that makes it okay sometimes is to reach out a hand in the darkness and find another hand to squeeze and not to be alone. It's not the kisses, or never just the kisses, it's what they mean. Somebody's got your back, somebody knows your worst self, and somehow doesn't want to rescue you or send for the army to rescue them. It's not two broken halves becoming one. It's the light from a distant lighthouse bringing you both safely home, because home is wherever you are both together. So this is everything I have to tell you about love and marriage. Nothing. Like a book without pages or a forest without trees, because there are things you cannot know before you experience them, because no study can prepare you for the joys or the trials, because nobody else's love, nobody else's marriage is like yours, and it's a road you can only learn by walking it, a dance that cannot be taught, a song that did not exist before you began together to sing. And because in the darkness you will reach out your hand, not knowing for certain if someone else is even there, and your hands will meet, and then neither of you will ever need to be alone again. And that's all I know about love.
My name is Grace. I'm one of Sarah's cousins on the Jones side of the family. This is my sister Claire. With Sarah having two older brothers and her and I just being 3 months apart and both growing up in Edina, you could imagine that a lot of people thought the three of us were sisters. To morning swim practices at Minnetonka and thousands of trips to Brugger's Bagels, we can say that we truly love Sarah like a sister. The list of memories with Sarah includes, but is surely not limited to, making our Kirksey special, synchronized swim team, high school dances, summer camps, tech. And our parents may have thought that they were forcing us to hang out, but it really created some of my best childhood memories.
As we've all grown up, we've somehow all ended right back where we started in Minnesota. And it's been pretty fun to have created a new special bond as adults. Now to our groom. My family refers to him as Mr. Brett, but we now get to call him Uncle Brett. Cannot tell you how much we love Brett. And I will say for sure, his biggest fans are the nieces and nephews.
We obviously all approve of Brett for Sarah, but the person that gave Brett the biggest approval was our Grandma Carol. She gushed over Brett's looks, his job, how conversational he is. And she was always sure to remind Sarah of how great of a catch she is. So don't worry, Brett. We will all channel our inner Carol and make sure that you continue to feel the approval you deserve.
I need a lot of compliments on my looks then.
We all wanted her here with us, but we are so thankful she got to see us in our dresses in her last few days. Sarah, I know she's proud of you, and so is the rest of the family. So raise a glass to the new happy couple, Brett, Sarah. We love you guys so much.
I asked Sarah and Brett to share some things that they appreciate about each other with me and to not let the other one know what they were sending me. And I was impressed at how like-minded you guys are when it comes to support and encourage and love for one another. Brett shared that Sarah supports him emotionally, something that he really admires and cherishes. He said things can get frustrating and he's sensitive at times and he can be off the rails, and Sarah does a great job of getting him back on track. She just walks through it with him. And Sarah said that when she's stressed out or overwhelmed or just incredibly busy, Brett steps up. He runs to the store, he'll cook the meal, he'll do the dishes, he'll do whatever without being asked. That is so true. And Brett, like Sarah, supports her emotionally. I know it's been a difficult couple of years, losing 3 grandparents. Specifically last December, your Grandma Carol, my mother-in-law Carol Jones. Brett was there. He did everything possible to make sure that Sarah was clear to do what she needed to do, and that was to be with her grandmother and her family. The love and support you guys show each other, it demonstrates how committed you are to your relationship, which is critical when stepping into marriage. By committing to each other in marriage, you are saying that you unreservedly pledge and promise to emotionally, mentally, and physically commit to one another. Brett, will you have this woman to be your wife, to live together in the covenant of marriage? Will you love her, comfort her, honor and keep her in sickness and in health, forsaking all others, and be faithful to her alone as long as you both shall live? If so, please say, I will.
I will.
Sarah, will you have this man to be your husband, to live together in the covenant of marriage? Will you love him, comfort him, honor and keep him in sickness and in health, forsaking all others, be faithful to him alone as long as you both shall live? Will you?
I will.
All right. For those who don't know me, I'm Adam. I'm Brett's older brother. I know it's a little hard for everyone to see and hear from here, but just imagine a little taller, better-looking Brett. Brett and I are very similar. We have a lot of the same hobbies. We look alike. But there are some differences. I'm the more quiet one, so this may be a little short. But for those who know Brett, know he does way more talking than needed for the both of us. So shortly after college, Brett moved into my house, as well as John. So we had a nice bachelor pad going, could play a lot of video games, watch sports, and drink. Until one day, Brett decided to throw a wrench into that. So John, my dad, and I were one day working outside installing a paper patio at my house when Brett shows up, and this Brett, and from far away, it would look like an older lady hopped out of the car with him. It's a compliment to Sarah. They were in their work clothes. They just come from work, and she was a very professional businesswoman, so which she still is today, so she gave us that look. And so we were working on the patio, using the truck, obviously, to get all the materials, and Brett comes running over and telling us he needs the truck, and he was insisting that he needed the truck. So eventually we did give him the truck. It turns out that he told Sarah at work that he has a truck, and then he could It later turned out that they were going to pick up some TVs for something Sarah was doing at work, and Brett wanted to be the hero and spend some alone time with her. So it did work. Shortly after that, we started to see a lot more of Sarah. We love you guys, and welcome to the family, Sarah. Let's raise a toast.
When I saw you standing there,
I, Brett, take you, Sarah, to be my wife.
I, Sarah, take you, Brett, to be my husband.
Secure in the knowledge that you'll be my constant friend.
My faithful partner in life.
And my one true love.
And my one true love. Edvin.
I affirm to you, in front of God, our family, and friends.
My promise to stay by your side as your wife.
My promise to stay by your side as your husband.
In sickness and in health.
In joy and in sorrow.
And through the good times and the bad.
I promise to love you without reservation.
Comfort you in times of distress.
Encourage you to achieve your goals.
Laugh with you and cry with you. And cherish you for as long as we both shall live.
And cherish you as long as we both shall live.
There's a beauty that guides us like a fire in the night as the sun shines upon each new day.
The wedding ring is a symbol of binding, a symbol of the eternal love God has for us. It also is a symbol of partnership. We're to share that love with each other, all of us, because that love never ends, it never gives up. And that's what you guys will remember. That's what these rings symbolize. Brett and Sarah, having proclaimed your love and commitment to one another in the eyes of loved ones and more importantly in the eyes of God, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Brett, let me kiss your bride. Wonderful. Oh, whoops. I'm in that one. It is my pleasure and honor to present to you the newlyweds, Sarah and Brett.
Keep going till you see the light. 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 I feel like I'm a better me, yeah, better me, better me. Oh, it feels so good to finally be a better me, yeah, better me, yeah, a better me. Oh, it feels so good to finally see a better me. Like flying, yeah. Life with you is so much better when you dive in. Your love is perfect timing. Now my future's looking so bright.